Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Well, this morning we're going to talk a little bit about Gypsy and a little about Valencia. Okay, so Gypsy, I got a video of Gypsy. This creator, Amanda Geist or Amanda Geist, I'm sure. Sorry if I don't know which is which, but she put out this video of Gypsy 1 week apart from each other. Okay, December 10th, December 22nd. Watch this.
Really interesting post I've seen posted by Brandy Guys 196, and it's a picture of Gypsy on the left, December 10th, when she went to go finalize her divorce. Looks to appear that there's no baby bump. Then about 17 days later, she's full term, ready to pop, in the hospital giving birth. So I don't.
What the hell? I never saw this picture of her before in the bed with a big belly. The only time I ever saw her in the hospital bed was after she had the baby. How does her stomach get from that to that in 1 week? Can somebody answer me this? Thanksgiving, she eat a lot of turkey. Oh no, she's not Canadian. Wouldn't have been Thanksgiving. What is it? How did her stomach get that big? Tell me in the comments, please, because I'd really, really like to know. This sucks. This is so out there. Okay. Now I'm going to show you another video. This one's hilarious. Okay, that's all I gotta say is it's freaking hilarious. So you guys gotta watch this.
Didn't they make the FOIA up? No, they didn't make the FOIA up. No, the FOIA is not the FOIA. That's what they call it. A FOIA request is when you FOIA request information like documents for a court case. But yeah, it's Nick's appeal. That's what I'm getting to. So someone FOIA requested Nick's appeal and got it, and they're saying like there's all kind of evidence in there, blah blah. No, is there some? Of course, there's gonna be. They're gonna mention things, but there's really no evidence. Actually, it's an argument, and I found errors on both ends, on the defense and the state. I saw like because you know when they say something about Nick knowing the word coercive, he did not understand the word the way they stated it. So that was error on the state's part. The error on the defense's part was there was two videos that they said Nick didn't command Gypsy to make, and I cross-referenced them to the documents that show the transcripts of the videos, and he quite.
So who has become unhinged? Who? Tell me. Out of all the creators out there, who's the one that became unhinged? The one who's thinking who got her barred from TikTok? Who got her demonetized? She's so frigged up now that she doesn't even know what she's saying anymore. She has no idea what FOIA is or what it means. Obviously. But apparently she has these FOIA papers. So she told us in the past. But she's never mentioned them on screen. Like she's never picked something out to talk about it or nothing. So this is what we get. All right. That's crazy. Okay, now we're going to talk about Valencia, and I got some updates on her. Okay, watch this video.
We now know why Valeria Marquez was ended on live. So y'all already know Valeria Marquez was a social media influencer. Well, since she was an influencer, she would often receive gifts from fans. A lot of these gifts were expensive and came from male fans. While getting these gifts, Valeria was dating this guy named Ricardo. Valeria and Ricardo apparently dated for a couple of months, and Ricardo did not approve at all of the gifts Valeria would get. He thought it was disrespectful and saw it as a form of betrayal. According to people close to them, they argued a lot about it and things got toxic. Now, Ricardo was also allegedly in a gang, so instead of having a...
So it seems her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, was in a gang. Now, we all know what gangs are like down in Mexico, okay? We also know what the police are like down in Mexico. Okay, this speaks volumes in Mexico, if you know what I mean. And I'm just crushed about this poor girl because I know her parents are not going to get closure. You know what I mean? They're not going to get justice. Watch this video.
Why was Valeria Marquez's funeral held less than 24 hours after the incident? The poor girl was laid to rest swiftly after a modest ceremony before the truth could even come out. That doesn't mean her family wants to cover things up. Her grandfather, looking heartbroken, officiated the service and vowed to seek justice for his granddaughter.
So she's already been buried. She's already had her funeral. It's done. Why so fast? But then again, you know, down in Mexico, they're very big Catholic-based people. And in the Catholic religion, you're usually buried within 3 days. Just like Jesus was buried in 3 days. Yeah, he was buried and he came to life on the third day, right? So that's what that religion thing is all about. So it could be because of that. I don't think it's because they're trying to hide something. It's just because us up here, we're used to waiting like a week, sometimes more. But don't forget, when we do stuff in our country, like Canada, United States, even the United Kingdom, you're in a lineup. So you got to wait to do the service, to do embalming, to do all this other stuff. You're kind of in a lineup. You know what I mean? So it takes a little bit longer. When my husband passed, it was like a week and a half after that he had his funeral. And it was because at the time they took him to a different, autopsy place because of COVID. That was the only autopsy place that could diagnose the COVID vaccine, whatever, you know? And at that time, it was just the end of it, really, because it was 2023. But he was very sick. He had like flu symptoms, right? But in the end, we found out it was pneumonia. But we didn't know. He had no pressure on his chest. He had no pain on his chest, nothing. But anyway, we're talking about Valencia here, not me. So that was her funeral. And did you see how many people were there? That's sad. It's only like a handful of people. I think they were expecting a big crowd. You know what I mean? But they didn't get it. That shows you how big a gang can be. Like, they can tell people, you don't go. You don't pay this attention. You don't, say nothing. Right? And luckily we got some YouTubers out there or TikTokers who are willing to talk about this. Now, that one lady, the hat lady, she's obviously bilingual, but she's Spanish by birth. And she's given me all the facts. I mean, I just love this lady. She's like telling it as it is, But anyway, now the big break is, listen to this.
She knows, and I know she knows, and I know she knows.
To shut off the camera after it happened. You'll see her face in the camera because she was trying to shut it off. And this is sick. This is really, really, really sick. This poor girl. I mean, that was her friend. And her friend was starting to go like a gypsy and Mia. Her friend started dressing like her. Wanted to become her. Changed her hair, changed her style, changed everything to look exactly like Valencia. Does it remind you of anybody?
Why does it always seem like Valeria Marquez's friend wants to take her place? Her friend used to have jet black hair, but after spending more and more time with Valeria, she dyed her hair blonde just like hers and started dressing in almost identical outfits. At one point, she even curled her hair to slightly set herself apart. But after Valeria passed, she dropped the curls altogether, making it clear she admired, and maybe even envied, Valeria's style.
And this is what this girl did. Because she wanted to be Valencia, she didn't want Valencia there anymore. I think what she was going to try to do, pass herself off as her. Like, how crazy is that? I mean, yeah, in the end, she kind of looked like her, but not all the way looked like her, not unless she wanted to get plastic surgery or something. But that was mind-blowing. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, I knew she knew something, but I didn't realize she might have done it. But it's just speculation for now because you don't know. You can't tell by the video who's the one that did it. But look at her friend's stone cold face when she's turning off the camera. She's not crying. She's not freaking out. She's just pretty calm. Turn off the camera. That speaks volumes. Now, whether or not the police take this seriously like this, or they're just going to go after the gang guy, or they're just going to pick some random person off the street and say, you did it. Because we know they do that. Just to shut the case, and so the person who really did it got off scot-free. They used to do that back in the day during, mafia stuff. Anyway, guys, that's my video for this morning. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. It helps me in the algorithm. And everything in this video is my thoughts, opinions, and or alleged for entertainment purposes only. Bye, guys. We'll see you later.